The United States must not gamble with its national security by substantially increasing its cooperation with NATO in the artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and cybersecurity. These are not just technological advancements, but the foundation of our military strength, intelligence capabilities, and future defense. Sharing them too freely with NATO risks exposing our most sensitive innovations to espionage, cyber attacks, and foreign manipulation. Not all NATO members have the same level of cybersecurity protection, and one weak link could open the door to adversaries looking to steal our secrets and exploit our vulnerabilities. Imagine a future where our most advanced AI-driven defense systems are compromised, where our biotechnological breakthroughs fall into the wrong hands, or where our cybersecurity infrastructure is infiltrated because of a NATO partner's negligence. Cyber threats to the security of the alliance are complex, destructive, and coercive, and are becoming ever more frequent. Cyberspace is contested at all times, and malicious cyber events, from low-level to technologically sophisticated attacks, occur every day. These are not just hypothetical threats. They are real dangers that come with expanding cooperation without ironclad security guarantees. The U.S. cannot afford to put blind trust in an alliance that includes countries with differing security priorities, policies, and vulnerabilities. Instead of handing over our keys to our technological future, the U.S. should take a stand, investing in its security, safeguarding its intellectual property, and forming only the most strategic partnership with allies that can meet the highest security standards. Our national defense is too important to risk for the sake of broader cooperation that could ultimately weaken us. Relying too heavily on NATO for security collaboration in these cutting-edge fields also puts the United States at risk of losing its technological independence. The U.S. has led the world in artificial intelligence and biotech, not because of alliances, but because of relentless innovation, strategic investments, and the ability to act decisively without bureaucratic delays. Increased NATO cooperation would introduce layers of red tape, slowing down research, limited strategic flexibility, and forcing the U.S. to align its defense priorities with nations that may not share the same level of urgency or ambition. In a time when near-peer adversaries like China and Russia are accelerating their technological advancements, the U.S. cannot afford to be slowed down by diplomatic compromises. Greater NATO involvement in U.S. cybersecurity operations could create dangerous conflicts of interest. Some NATO members have close economic ties with U.S. adversaries, making them potential targets for coercion, cyber infiltration, or even internal espionage. A security breach in a NATO country could have devastating consequences for American intelligence networks, exposing classified military strategies or compromising critical infrastructure. Instead of placing blind faith in multinational alliances with varied security standards, the U.S. should focus on securing its cyber networks, tightening its technological safeguards, and working with only the most trusted partners on a case-by-case basis. Moreover, expanding cooperation with NATO in these sensitive areas could create dependencies that weaken U.S. autonomy and critical decision-making. If the U.S. were to rely too heavily on NATO for AI, biotechnology, and cybersecurity advancements, it could find itself constrained by alliance politics and conscientious-driven decision-making, limiting its ability to respond swiftly to emerging threats. National security demands agility, and entangling cutting-edge defense capabilities with the multinational alliance introduces bureaucratic hurdles that could slow innovation and response times. The U.S. must remain the ultimate authority over its technological advancements, ensuring that national interests take precedence over collective decision-making that may not always align with America's strategic priorities. By prioritizing self-reliance and carefully selecting security partnerships, the U.S. can maintain its global leadership in defense technology while safeguarding its most vital assets from an unnecessary exposure.